Come on, you boys in blue! Come on, you boys in blue! Come on, you boys in blue! Phillies blue and gold! Phillies blue and gold! Phillies blue and gold!
Recorded live from the secret Center City Studios.
I'm the Capo. He's the Prez.
And this is Sons of Ben,
The Pod.
Welcome back to another week, everyone. Really thrilled. Last week I thought it was great because we had a special guest, Katie Fellinger. This week I'm even more excited. We have got the only man in Philadelphia Sports Talk Radio who's got the onions to talk about soccer on the airwaves. This is actually a guy that I've known. Jesus, man. Is this like the early 2000s? Or the Phillies were just getting good? I think you were just starting off with 97. Well, it was like ESPN, something other, the radio.
950, Sports Radio 950.
Yeah. And we were hanging out at the old Bishop's Collar talking sports.
Great spot. Love that place.
So, Mr. Philly Influencer.
Hey!
And Fox Radio's The Gambler.
Hey!
Sean Brace.
Hello!
Welcome to the secret studio.
Dude, I am so happy to be here. Hello, guys. Great to thank you very much for the invite. And looking forward to talking some Union soccer as the season's fast approaching. And can't thank you enough. Like I said, man, big fans of the Sons of Ben, obviously. Been a member for a couple years now. Pay my dues. Have not this year, though. I got to pay. My bad.
I was going to mention.
Yeah, I got to.
If you needed a loan, we could work that out.
I got to get that going.
Yeah.
All right.
You act like we didn't have a list. Like directly in front of
got
our
the
faces.
list.
And Brace is not far down that
Good,
list.
all
Like,
right.
you know.
I was looking for Brace and Baby Brace.
On it.
Like,
Yes.
exactly.
Multiple members.
Bracey, if you will.
Yes. But I appreciate it, guys, and like I said, it's going to be a fun season, and I'm looking forward to talking some soccer, especially about the Union and everything else that we're going to get into. Because you guys have an actual rundown here, man. This is an official podcast when you got a rundown, just so you know.
This is literally for me. I really want to stress, like, Devin and Matt actually prep for this, and then I show up here, and I'm just like, so we're doing a thing today, right? And they're just like, Adam, here's the entire list. I'm like, oh, my God, thank you.
The bullet points are for you.
Like, the bold letters are definitely for me, and I think there's pictures on here. Appreciate that, too. That was nice. That was a nice little tip.
So now, Sean, you've actually been a Union fan for, almost 10 years now?
Well, here's what happened with me and the Union. It was all because of, and I know people laugh about this, but FIFA soccer game.
I say that all the time to people.
And FIFA changed my mind on so much, and I kid you not, it allowed me to put faces to names. It allowed me to understand, the leagues, the Bundesliga, and the Premier League. There's so many leagues out there that just throw people off, and that's where it started. But of course, with Philadelphia and, just the Union, just the atmosphere that's up there at that stadium, I made one game. I forget what the hell. It was so good, I forget the name of the game. No, but I forget. We made it out there. It was pouring. It was a March game, and I was hooked. And honestly, I would say a really good portion, the reason why I was hooked is just what was going on in the River End. What was going on in River End was just not, it wasn't anything that existed in Philadelphia sports, And there's some diehards, like number one fan base, Philadelphia Eagles. Nobody does anything like that with the Philadelphia Eagles. River End, it just blows me away. Still to this day.
Yeah, since the vet came down, I don't think you see that kind of passion and environment because I think you're priced out.
You forget about pre-process 70, or actually like the beginning stages of the process 76ers and the revolutionaries. The 12 people who sat right down there. And I swore the Sixers paid these people to be there because they were all in like where my seats are now. And I'm like, there's no way they made these people
pay. That big
pay.
dude still makes it.
Oh, yeah. Big Daddy is a staple.
Oh, Big Daddy.
Oh, I know Big Daddy.
Big Daddy has his own entrance.
Does he now?
He comes in through the back way. I love,
He earned
I
it.
didn't know he earned it. He goes every game. He showed off his belly a lot.
A little bit.
I feel like it's Logan Circle. You can go for a swim in that belly button.
Whew,
but he came walking in like 2 weeks ago. I saw him. He had a cane, and I'm like, yo! And he was so cool, though. Nice guy.
Anyone
Yeah.
who dedicates themselves to that, to whatever the whole heap of that process was when we were all getting tickets for 12 cents, that was good times. But I digress. Yeah, no, honestly, what you guys are
So
saying
those
is
12
true.
people who came in a van are secondary
Sec-
only
There you
to...
go.
The second greatest representation of sports in Philadelphia behind the Sons of Ben.
No,
Yes.
and I promise you, I love Talent Energy. I do. I hate it during weekday games. It takes an hour to get there, but it is what it is. Bottom line is when you get up there, I love being in that venue. I love, like I said, the River End, and it's just getting better and better. And I can't wait for this year. Can't wait.
As long as Ernst keeps doing Ernst things, it's going to be a great, great year. So we're super excited. But yeah, we got Sean here, so we'll delve into a little bit of other sports. Namely, since we're not an X and O's podcast, Sean was in a Super Bowl commercial, everyone.
Oh Lordy.
So my question is, who's the worst sponsor you ever had? Was it the Skull Shaver guys, or was it that Genghis Khan vodka?
Genghis Khan vodka. It was Mongolia vodka. I don't know if they're still. You should saw the write up that I had to read about Mongolia vodka. It made me thirsty every time I read it. It was like from the greatest wheat ever made.
And you had to say wheat, not weed.
Yeah, exactly. I did walk past that dispensary over here. and-
Right, the one in that.
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea what you're
Cut my-
talking
yeah.
about. Yes.
Don't give away the secret location.
Wait, yeah, no,
Caught
right.
my eye. It's like, wow, that's really.
You took the blindfold off
Yeah.
long enough to see that? Wow, okay.
Very Minority Report esque.
Look,
When I was walking by.
I'm just saying, our kidnapping techniques need a little bit better help if you're seeing the stuff around us now, but hey, you know.
I walked by it and it was like, "Hello, Sean." I'm like, "How the hell did you know?" But what was I talking about again?
Exactly. So you
Weed
walked
vodka.
in is
Yes.
what you said.
So long story short about Skull Shaver, I teamed up with them many years ago, and it did start at my previous radio station spot, and I'm thankful for that. And when obviously I lost that gig, it was like, hey, I'm going to start my own stuff, and the only reason why I was able to start my own stuff with PhillyHipster.com and so on and so forth was because of having the relationships that I created at the previous stop. Now, you see me at the Wells Fargo, you see me at the Super Bowl, and I love the people over at Skull Shaver, but we've butted heads, and they haven't spent any damn money at the Gambler. So if you're listening to this, Neil, let's go.
Get on it, Neil.
Let's go, Neil.
You've milked them for 2 years on a Super Bowl ad.
You're
Get
damn
on it.
right. Neil,
I see
Neil,
him every day at the Wells Fargo Center
Yes.
near my seats. Come on now.
And think about this. I get text messages all the time.
Oh, of
And I'm just
course.
like, wait, Neil, you were supposed to sponsor the studio. Like, what is going on?
Skull Shaver Studios.
Skull Shaver
I
Studios
texted
was
you
out.
from Vegas.
You did see
One
it.
of the very few times I got up early for a run. I was out in Vegas for work, and I'm running by Topgolf.
Don't lie. Just because it's
no,
a
I'm
podcast.
stumbling home.
There you go.
Let's
There
just
you
But
go.
I stop. I go, man, I got to look at your mug when I'm in Vegas.
You're Top Golf.
I got
That's a good
a
location.
Super Bowl, and I didn't even know this was going to play. This is like how much we've butted heads. But I got a text message from a buddy who was in L.A., and then I got a text message from a buddy who lives in New York City, Hoboken. He's not cool enough to live in Manhattan. But he was like, "Dude, what are you doing on my TV right now?" I'm just like, "This is what?
Trying to
This is
make that
national.
paper.
This is national. Yeah, paper my ass.
Trying to
Again,
make that money.
I don't even want any extra money. Like I mean this sincerely. Like of course it'd be nice, but like this dude was supposed to be part of the Gambler. Like we created this thing a year ago. It was like, oh yeah, Skull Shaver, they're in. Let's go. And all of a sudden it was like signing a dotted line. And then next thing you know, Super Bowl commercial rolls out. I'm like, all right,
You got the money, Neil. You
Yeah.
got the money.
Let's go, Neil. Let's go.
Yeah, and we only ask that because we're looking for sponsors. So, hey, Neil, if you want a cheaper version,
Do you know who's actually looking around? Chico's bail bonds. Yes.
Chico's
Chico's
bail bonds,
There you
you
go,
say.
man. You can get in.
I thought I was going to have to do a Curado insurance commercial where I could sit
Curado.
there with a weird press conference
I'm
going
working on Rico's Tavern as the Rico's Bail Bonds and Tavern.
Rico's Bail Bonds and Tavern.
Yeah. But
I'm here for
speaking of
that.
sponsors, today's beer of the pod comes to us from 2SP.
Yeah.
Oh, was I supposed to do that too? I'm sorry.
Wow. we tried not to coordinate, but we did. So
No.
it's the Up and Out, their hazy IPA. So, Sean, I don't think you heard, but
Cheers.
2SP is now one of our tailgate sponsors.
Oh, man.
So we've got Yards, 2SP, and our friends at the Larimer. So the tailgates are going to be interesting to say the least.
Very tasty selections. I want to say first things first is 2SP. That's very, very cool of them to hop on. And I did a gig with Neshaminy Creek a couple years ago, and 2SP, we competed with them in some drinking contest, and they kicked our ass. So shout out to 2SP. Larimer.
Varga Bar.
Yes, it was.
I was there.
Were you there?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
I think they cheated. I do. It was.
They had a guy that was like 6'10", and just was like just.
The best thing. First things first. It is highly illegal. You shouldn't have. Well, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. But everyone.
We're not insurance agents. We don't care.
Yeah. Pounding keg of beer right in front. And it's whoever can kick the keg first.
Right.
They win in advance. I think it was a March Madness deal.
Well, I thought it was Philly Beer Week.
And it was kind of a March Madness play on Philly Beer.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. Good call by you. Two minds. Like we just put it together.
We
there
remember.
it is.
Together we can remember drunken nights.
Exactly.
Separately.
Exactly.
It takes a team, guys. A team.
Team to piece back our nights.
So I did just stop over to Larimer
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago, and Matt, right? Matt
Lindemuth.
Yes. Good dude.
The Lindy 360.
Good dude.
Or the triple
man.
Lindy.
Tasted a couple beers. I was a little under the weather, so I couldn't really get too crazy and taste them all. But I did have two, and I love their designs. He's got a great attitude. Really, just the type of place that you want to like pull for. Like he's not, 13 vats up and down and no, he's just a good dude that is now trying to do big things for that area. Believes in what's happening. Pave that road, damn it. It better be paved.
I actually kind of like the dirt. It gives me kind of I feel like there's like a flare.
Well, we know you
when
like
you're
the dirt,
leaving.
but you meant the road.
I
right?
put my hand in the dirt. No, but I like the flare of when you're leaving the parking lot. It feels like you're doing a burnout, even though you're just gently going 10 miles an hour outside the parking lot.
Those aren't potholes. Those are holes.
Those are craters.
Yeah,
those
are
are actual craters.
If you want to bury Joe Pesci, that's where you go, right there on his road. But no, really good dude, and he said he did pretty well last year.
Yeah, they launched, I want to go in the summer. So June, July was when they finally, and it's the place to be after a game.
Yeah, the
Now, I don't
Wave
know
fans
after.
there too.
If after.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've been there after, but
No, I
you will
haven't.
see the super regular Ring of Honor,
No.
and he's in the Ring of Honor at the Larimer too.
Already.
Seba.
Yes.
Seba is there a ton, where they're buddies now and they golf together.
I saw the one video that they were golfing. Is there anybody else going in the Ring of Honor this year?
Who?
Danny Califf? I'm sorry.
That might be
that was a
the
neat. That was a
only-
reflex.
No.
No,
it's just-
can't do it.
No,
Barnett?
not
Nobody
yet.
needs to go, then you can't do it.
Barnetta?
Here for that should be like the cup of tea. Like I was here for a cup of coffee.
It was. I mean,
Is Jim Kirk
but there
the
was-
next Ring of Honor
Andre
member?
Blake.
Andre Blake.
Yeah, that would
That
probably
would be my next.
Yeah.
If
But
there's
I
a
hope
trophy
they-
involved, yeah, I think he's got
I
it.
hope that they don't do the Phillies
can't.
wall of
No.
where even now I look
Not
at
in
the
the
Phillies and
beginning
go,
stages.
that guy doesn't belong on
Look,
any
man, Mike
wall of
Lieberthal
anything.
needs to be respected
Levy.
and
60
Mike
cherished.
Lieberthal needs the skull shavers.
Here,
Mike Lieberthal
I mean,
needs.
both of these things can be true. Did they give Doug Glanville a spot on the Wall of Fame? Because
You're
that's
thinking Penn baseball.
Oh, okay. So I was loving it. You guys were talking about how you were going, you were drinking out there, and I was like, how fun was it drinking while I was in middle school? I just wanted to know how great that was, because I keep telling people like one of my earliest memories as a person on the planet Earth is the '93 World Series. So the Phillies teams in my youth was like Doug Glanville, Travis Lee.
The good teams.
What was it? Tomas Perez.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Robert Person
Let's
as a
go.
starting pitcher.
So you
know.
were born when the Phillies died.
I literally went through probably the worst eras of Phillies baseball as like that was my staple. That was like the Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles were so garbage when I was a child, but the Flyers were consistently like a 3 seed every year in the playoffs, so that was fun.
And this is your weekly segment of Adam not talking about soccer on a soccer podcast.
I mean, hey, you need someone to do it.
Speaking of podcast, we've got some news.
Do we have what? What's on my list and I'm not reading?
You're on the Twitter and the Instagram now.
We've now moved ourselves now to the Instagram page. So when we put pictures of the Secret Center Studios, Cindy Lauper. Anyway,
Cindy Brady.
Cindy Brady, Susie, Carmichael. Anyway, whenever we put up photos of that, we will have them on our Instagram page, which is conveniently SOB the pod or at SOB the pod. So there you go.
So that's just us getting all in the social media, which we can't stand, but we're on it. So
Gotta
if you
have
need
it.
to get, it's a necessary. evil.
Yep.
No LinkedIn,
It's a
though.
good way to put it.
Yeah, no LinkedIn.
No LinkedIn.
They won't accept us.
I am not trying to expand my network too much. I'm sorry.
LinkedIn's actually early, so it's whatever. Who cares? Just keep it moving.
Early.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, LinkedIn is in between Twitter and MySpace. It's that bridge that gets shift from.
Look,
one to the
MySpace
other.
taught us all how to code. And I really want to give them a shout out because after that, like no others, like you actually had to get into the guts of your MySpace and be like, I need my background to be like fluorescent pink. And I need 4 different songs playing at once and all that stuff. That took
My 8 friends.
right. Your 8, and like rotating
And
your
Tom.
8 friends took time.
Tom.
Getting Tom out of there took time.
Is Tom still alive, or did he commit suicide because he made so much money?
That he could be in my death pool.
The top.
I'd like to find out.
I want to believe Tom sold and then did what the smart person does and just goes into a complete obscurity.
Yes.
Or he
Still
bought the
living.
Sixers and hangs out with Meek Mill. Oh, that's a different guy. My bad.
Oh man! Look, as long as he's not the buddy who bought Crystal Palace. Did he still own Crystal Palace too?
Last I heard,
So
they
like,
do.
Josh
Look,
Harris has
Josh-
got part of Crystal Palace.
I like a human who
They were going to put up for
collects.
sale, but I don't think anybody wanted that garbage.
No, but they're a London club, right?
Oh,
so
yeah.
I mean, there's got to be some money towards that.
It's South London. It's not real
Well,
London.
you know, what you gonna do?
So one more for the Sons of Ben news.
Oh, we
We've
have
got,
more?
despite Adams' reservations and his complete protest, we are still doing Sons of Ben Day at the Academy.
Yeah, I mean, look, I guess that's a great idea if we want to just make sure these kids want to leave early and try to get to any other club in America. That's
We're
fine. Let's
only
do
going to
it.
boo the Red Bull kids. So March 21st.
Yeah.
What town is that? Wayne?
It is the greatest hometown in America, is what it is, my friend. It's Wayne, Pennsylvania.
We are going to go to the Academy. We're going to do some meet and greets for Sons of Ben members with the coaches, the teachers, tour the school, meet some of the players. We don't know if we rank high enough to meet the 12-year-olds because those kids are amazing. They're
you
already
kidding me?
like the El Senior 11.
I want autographs.
There's something wrong. Like, it can't be true, right? It's not real. Those kids are not our kids, right?
I don't know where they came from. We think it's El Senior's kids. That's our running theory.
Can you seriously imagine though if like the union just stumbled across a couple of YouTube videos of like 12-year-old kids who were just doing really awesome and they were just like, those are ours.
That's ours.
Those are just ours.
Well,
I mean,
It's all Photoshopped.
First of
right,
all,
exactly.
excuse me, the union film crew, they're
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh, yeah.
They're quite talented.
So they can make that happen.
I can completely imagine they felt like they digitally put all of those jerseys on them to make them look like Union jerseys, and it was actually like Sao Paulo's team or something.
My-
Well, I'll tell you one thing. It definitely wasn't Jay Ajayi playing FIFA.
Oh man, my favorite
That's
thing.
so good.
My
That's
favorite
never
thing
dying.
is everyone that was going. Oh man, yeah. I mean, who are they playing? Like Bloomsburg? Like no, they're in Brazil.
Yeah.
Oh! Like what? Those kids were unbelievable. The hell's going on?
I keep telling
I can't wait for 6 more years when they're the starting.
Yeah.
Or we sold all of them for multi-million dollars. We literally gave Barcelona their new squad for the next 10 years. But it's like, no, I keep telling Matt every time when I was in boarding school up in Connecticut, we had a preseason in this like summer camp in Maine. And this Scottish guy was up there and he was just like, yeah, I'm moving to King of Prussia to go help start this youth academy. And he's still there. And I want to just be like, yo, 12 years later, just be like, so do you realize you might have the best youth academy in all of like North America at the moment? Like it's crazy to believe that at the old school abandoned Wayne Swim and Tennis, we have built
Oh, yeah.
this weird empire of little people just being like, we're going to beat everyone in soccer. Don't worry about
So
it.
that's actually why we're doing this Sons of Ben Day there. They're going to be playing the Red Bull Academy. So the early part of the day is you can tour the school, check out where the kids are, the
awesome.
dorms, talk to the coaches, little Q&A, and then we'll go in for like the 17s. Go in, do our thing, bang the drum, chant a little bit, yell at the Red Bull soccer moms, whatever. It'll be innocent. But So it'll be good, and
It'll be innocent.
It'll be innocent.
Hey, what are you doing later?
Hey, soccer mom.
Oh, just tired hands. I'll meet you down the road.
Oh man.
Wegmans. It's right next to the
No,
Wegmans.
that's what I'm saying. You have the entire King of Prussia Town Center now. There's City Works. There's a Davio's
Yo,
over there,
I
man.
was-
Fogo de Chao.
Love
Fogo.
CityWorks.
Fogo.
Craftworks, right?
No,
CityWorks.
I screw it up. I've been going there
CityWorks.
for a year now. I
There's also
screw that name up.
No, there's like 6 now. They redid the whole Sears became 5 breweries now at the King of Prussia Mall. I think there's like a Yards there now. There's like an Outback. It's
There's a
crazy.
Yard House.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff. But so
We have
suburban
options
people,
is the
come on
answer to
down.
that,
Gonna be
yeah.
fun. And then the next day we have DC. So it's kind of a warm up for the DC game on March 22nd.
Which is really nice. Really, it's a really nice strategically placed Sunday game.
I can't
to
believe the
start.
season's
Yeah.
already started.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
We started a
February
leap year, too.
29th.
February 29th. And for
what?
anybody asking, we do have some plans for viewing parties. Just hold your horses.
Nice.
We'll get that out to you.
Yeah.
But we are doing some
The
viewing
hell I
parties
need in.
and it's we're geared up for the season. And then I don't know if anyone's got tickets for this, but the Sons of Ben night at the Sixers is this Sunday. Adam, you sitting in the cheap seats with us?
You know, I'm scarred after last year, so I'm just gonna say exactly where I want to say it. Here, I'll direct you guys
Wait,
down there.
when is it again?
This Sunday.
Oh, we're going Sunday. It's Philly Overture night.
Oh, that's synergy right there.
Nice. Are you guys doing
Not
any pregame?
planned.
We are now.
Xfinity Live.
We're there.
All right, bring it.
All
I
right.
had a couple gift cards left over. Akers didn't use a lot of them, so I kept them. That's great. No, this Sunday, taking on the Bulls.
This Sunday,
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock game.
Absolutely.
We're gonna be there.
Nice.
So Sons of Ben, we're at the assembly room in the stadium. That
Up top.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I saw a
all right.
Flyers
Yeah.
game there and there. It was really nice.
Yeah, we're up top
yeah,
as
for
well.
some reason they let us in there. So
I have no
Let's
idea.
Bet Rivers. They did a great job.
Okay.
And sports gambling, the legalization of sports gambling, thumbs up across the board. Let's go. 20 states down, 30 more to go. What are you waiting for?
Do you have any influence on that? You have any thoughts on gambling? I didn't
Just a
know
little
if you
bit.
just,
Yeah, I'm pro. I'm pro.
Oh, okay.
I've been giving money away for 2 decades.
But now you're paying taxes on
Yeah,
it.
now.
You have to actually. I have never made a sports bet, so you have to.
outta
Yeah,
here.
I've never made a sports bet.
Like
Legal or illegal?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Like,
thank you.
No, like the only thing I've done was fantasy football. So like I bet on my fantasy
You've
football.
never
league.
taken the Eagles -3.
No, here's the thing. I promise you, until about 2 years ago, I didn't know what that meant.
Wow.
Yeah, like
great.
like
No,
plus
but-
minus. I had no idea what that
But here's the
meant.
deal. Here's the deal. And it's the scary part, but at the same time, there's a lot of people out there like
Yeah.
Adam, which is cool. But the scary part is, folks, we're talking about multi-billion-dollar industry
Oh, yeah.
in the state of New Jersey alone.
Yeah.
Like it's $5 billion industry. It's
Oh.
unbelievable. The Super Bowl.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know the Super Bowl is like a couple $1 billion more than the World Cup together for the 30 months? Or for the 30 days in the month?
I heard there were 300 prop bets for this Super Bowl. How do you keep track of that?
20 of those were about the halftime show, though. So let's
good.
be real about
Butt
that.
cleavage, baby. Give me some
Buckley,
butt
yeah.
cleavage.
No, it's like who
Wait,
falls
hang on,
first.
hang on.
20 on the poll.
Hang on, can we give a round of applause for that halftime show?
I
Yeah,
tell
that
you
was
what,
up there. That was a good one.
That
Wait,
was,
wait, wait,
that
That was a
was-
good one.
No, no, no.
That was a good
See,
one. That was a fantastic
I
one.
was
That
ready
was
to
a
go
good
on
one.
I couldn't understand
Yeah,
how
can I get-
people.
can I get-
Yeah, no, yeah, more
please,
claps. Sorry,
please.
yeah, no, I apologize.
Yeah.
That was good.
I have
couldn't-
butt shake at the end.
I couldn't
Brought-
believe
it brought it
people
home
were
for Jerome.
complaining about it. I go, how are you complaining
Who's
about
I
this?
have
about
my children.
Oh, you haven't looked at
My
social
children.
media?
They complain
My
about
kids
everything. They'll
couldn't
complain about
watch-
this weather outside. Like February, it's supposed to be cold. Shut up. You know, people complain about everything.
No, I actually when I went.
It was so much better than the old fossils up there doing the weekend at Bernie's. I'm looking at you, Rolling Stones.
Look, no, but no one cared when Adam Levine had to show us all of his terrible tattoos last year when he was just like, no, I'm taking my shirt off. I'm like, no one asked for that, sir. You can
And-
put that back on
And
if you
meanwhile,
like.
Janet lost like half of her career, but Adam gets up there and he's like, "Here's my 2 nipples.
Look,
take
if
it."
I
you want
was
to talk
waiting
about the
for-
double standards, we can talk about the double standards.
I was waiting for Timberlake to fly in just to ruin the whole thing.
Look, here's
man.
like if we're gonna, and not to get completely off topic, but I am the person who does such. But it's just like if we're gonna talk about Miami halftime show, I know he got the pregame concert, but how you ain't gonna have Pitbull in there? Mr. 305.
He had the pregame?
He had the
I
pregame.
didn't
see He had the
concert.
entire
had the
weekend.
That's
Yes,
not.
he
That's
did.
not. That's his city though. Like, look, it's the same thing I felt when you're gonna have a Super Bowl in Atlanta and like you almost don't call Outkast. Like what are we doing with that? You put Adam Levine in an Atlanta Super Bowl. What are we doing with that exactly?
To get 2 parts. So one, to get deep, I think the women wanted the women.
I mean, I feel you on that.
Okay.
I'm here.
And
I think
then-
we all wanted the women.
Hey, now, me too.
There you
and
go.
then the second thing is, if I could throw a plug, Pitbull is coming to Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City in April. Book your tickets now at hardrockhotels.com.
I like it.
Not brought to you by Skull Shaver. Come on, Neil, get on that.
Come on, Neil.
Come on, Neil.
But no,
Let's
I
go.
love that.
Well, speaking of other great events, I hear that somebody that we know that looks a little bit like Pitbull is going to be the host at the kit reveal party
Yes.
at the Wharf. So they changed it to the Wharf.
Yeah.
And my theory is
Dolly.
they will never let us
What
into
does that
that
even
tunnel
mean?
club.
What
No.
does Dolly even mean?
First off,
Do you know?
No, but I'm gonna Google
Does
it.
anybody
while
know
we
what
figure it
Dolly
out.
means?
No, this is
Dolly.
This is
Sorry
the
to cut
crack
you
staff.
off, but the
No,
tunnel.
you're-
The tunnel.
The tunnel.
Yes, the tunnel club that's
tunnel club.
underneath the
The river end.
river end.
Never got an invite.
Never got an invite for what? For the
Anything since it's been open.
It
A
hasn't
ribbon
been open
cutting.
yet. They haven't played a game yet.
No, it was open at the end of last year.
What?
Yeah, you didn't get the invite either.
The tunnel
They don't
club?
want us. They had it open for, I think, the last game or the playoff game.
Get the hell out of here.
Thanks, Tim. Thanks
So-
for the invite, Tim.
Dolly.
So dale means Spanish meaning is go ahead or give it. That's what dale.
I expected better from Pitbull, to be
now,
honest with you.
for all my, I'm waiting
Get
for
it?
I'm waiting for
Get it or give it?
Give it. Give it. It's go ahead or give it.
Get
And
it would be better.
I'm waiting for Johnny Zapata to call me and to be like, "You're butchering this so bad. Stop googling things and ask actual Spanish people."
No, he's gonna go after your sister.
Oh no! Please don't.
Just kidding, Johnny.
Please
Just
don't.
kidding.
I would like to yeah, I did not know about the Tunnel Club that was already open. It had my interest right from the jump. Those guys do a fantastic job all around the stadium, so it has my attention. But supposedly this Friday, I know you guys will be checking this podcast out all the way up till then, but this Friday it's going to be incredible. Another kit launch party. Second year back for me, and I'm looking forward to it, hosting it. And this time around, it's going to be a little bit more of fun. Like it's not going to be focused on
Because
like,
last
hey,
year sucked, he's saying.
well, last year was about like, hey, look at the details. Spike Eskin designed this, and look, they tried.
Yeah.
That sort of deal. I thought the patches were cool, but like it was just those sort of things. Like there were so many people there. Shout out to all the Union fans that came.
Yeah.
But it's like those sort of things. Like don't bog them down with the information. Keep it partying, keep it flowing, keep having fun. Keep it moving.
Right.
And this year, it's absolutely all about that.
Well, I truly adore that we've tried to pretend like these jerseys are not just templates for like the entire league. That we're just like, no, but like we had a snake down here in the corner and it had rays coming from the snake. And I'm like, so you got all the other jerseys, but you put like God rays from a video game out of it.
What's
I'm
the
here
deal
for it.
with that?
Well, it's because
MLS, Adidas.
But here's the thing about that though
That's
is
it.
Adidas doesn't have to be this lazy, and that's the
No.
thing that bothers me about this is
And-
it's just it doesn't have to be.
They get a bulk order for
They should
it.
take offense to that.
So like
you know?
So
No,
here's
they
the thing.
should.
So
They
like
don't.
remember, and I know divulging again. Remember like when hockey jerseys all became those templates like 12 years ago,
Yeah.
like Reebok did, and like the same 5 jerseys were basically just the same use. That was awful. All the teams said they hated it. And eventually they went back to just looking like distinctive things. Like the NFL, they're all done by Nike, but not all the jerseys look inherently the same. But like when you look at MLS jerseys, like we all
all
saw
the
the
same.
leaks. We know what this like we also have
Tomorrow.
the leaks. Yeah, we all know. So
It's Wednesday.
so like every team got the 3-stripe claw. Like every single squad got the 3-stripe
yeah.
claw. And it's just like look, MLS eventually will not be this. I know this, and I understand like 20 years is still not enough
come
time
on.
to get your like. It's just
Enough's enough.
but you need to be you need to be beyond this. I sat down with former Union player Josh Yarrow a couple years ago. He was
Georgetown.
Georgetown alum, and we were just talking, and he was just like, I was talking, so yeah, what do you feel about the kits? And he's like, it's weird. Like it's just
Really?
weird that a league has the same kit for every team. It's just weird, because it doesn't even happen in our minor league system. Like most of the USL teams get to choose their own sponsorships. It's just Now it's normal for the rest of the pro leagues in North America to have one jersey sponsor for all of it, but the only one that reminds me of is the WNBA, where the WNBA, all the jerseys look the same. It's just they change the color schemes here.
Well,
and
I don't
there.
have a problem with the sponsorship at all. I know people like to freak out about Beambo, and I think this time around it's Artesino or whatever the hell it is. Artisano, whatever it is.
It should be Comcast because that seems like the most easily slam dunk. Like Brian Roberts, give us like $5 million, put your name on the jersey, let's move on.
Is Comcast still around now?
I mean, they're here. They built another building.
They got
over
two
there,
buildings.
Feynman.
Yeah, but like what are
Just put the Comcast logo. I mean, you don't have to put the NBC logo on. I mean, just put the Comcast logo on.
so is
That's cool,
Comcast
man.
still cable?
Oh, yeah.
I'm a Verizon Fios
Or
guy.
Okay.
or we'll put Xfinity on the. Just put Xfinity across it. I'll live with that over Bimbo.
I love I don't care about Beambo, but I care about the fact that every jersey is the same.
Yeah, that does
It's
suck.
ridiculous.
That does suck. And
you're right about how when you look at Adidas, you go, dude, are you that lazy? Like there's
extremely. And the union had a distinctive look. Like they used the middle stripe as, hey, this is our homage to the city flag. You know, that's the reason why the color scheme is the way it is. That's the reason why the stripe was the way it was. It was an homage. And I was like, that gave the union a distinctive look within MLS. And then they took that away. So then it's just like, when these teams started, like when you had Kansas City, the Wizards, and you had the Galaxy in their earliest stages, when they're wearing like 16 different colors for the Galaxy uniforms, and like the mutiny and all this, like, yeah, they were still the same jersey, but their distinctive look was just so out there that you were just like, yeah, these teams are different. But now we got 7 teams wearing the same uniform with like little tweaks here and there. And like, you're going backwards. Like, you know?
don't like it.
Sorry, I divulged, but like, sir.
No, not a fan of it, and it's frustrating. You're right.
Yeah.
So, as we're speaking about bad jerseys, 2 of our homegrowns played for the men's national team.
You don't like the American Airlines jerseys?
Man, that was almost the denim jerseys from the 1994.
But at least those had style. Like, at least when you looked at those, you knew those were distinctly American.
It almost reminded me of the Sixers Charles Barkley, where like someone finger painted over it.
So I haven't seen. They launched today. Was that the new ones? They
Well, I'm
launched
talking
today?
about the one that Aronson and
Oh,
McKenzie
like,
wore.
yeah, no,
on
those
Saturday.
the American Airlines. I think those are fine.
So anyhow,
I mean,
2 of our homegrowns, first ones got their first cap.
yes.
And
Saw
apparently you got a kid on the phone, huh?
Yes,
He didn't call you
Tuesday.
collect, did he?
Tuesday, every Tuesday on Fox Sports Radio to Gambler, Joe Tanzi joins me, and he's been my right hand man for about 3 years now. Very knowledgeable across the board in all sports, and does a great job for Pro Soccer USA. And so we had Brendan Aronson call in, and really cool to touch base with him, especially after getting his first cap. And I mean, come on, man,
He looked good.
Yes. And come on, that almost went in.
I know.
It was fast. Dropped at his feet. I asked him about it, and he said, next thing it comes across the box and ends up at the bottom of my feet. And what am I supposed to do? I just fired away. I said, hey, you gotta you get credit for getting the shot off like you did.
Yeah.
And
He
it
had
almost
1 or 2
spun the back of
passes
the
that were
neck.
just off by a hair. Now,
He's 19 years old, and he is solid.
you're way nicer than me because I would have said, hey, you know who would have buried that shot there, bro? Paxton.
Oh, wow.
I honestly
I
thought you
did
were about
not-
to say Zach Pfeffer.
Wow.
So he's got a little brother
Yeah.
who's
Yes.
16, who we've actually seen at a couple academy things.
Oh, guys, is he possibly better?
I've heard it a lot.
His
I've heard it a
father,
lot.
Yeah.
no,
Is
his
this
father
like
never says he's better.
Yeah.
But he is meaner.
I've talked to 2 coaches
I'll
that
do
said
it.
he's better.
Okay.
I've talked to coaches and they go,
and I didn't bring it up to him because
when you talk that Mamba mentality,
Yeah.
Brendan's a really nice kid, super skilled,
Yeah.
super nice. Paxton will
Oh,
kick
wow.
you in your nether regions, walk over you, score, maybe spit right by you, and then kick you again. Like he's mean, the kind of mean you want on a team. So
I didn't bring it up because
Yeah.
I was just like, what? But we know the Aronsons are there and
have more kids.
Yeah.
and they're super nice. The old man came up to me at a game last year and was like, "Hey man, I appreciate all the support." I'm like, "Dude, you kidding me? Like Brendan's the real deal." Like I think a lot of people get bogged down and they expect a little bit too much from him.
Yeah.
But it's like last year he was 18 years old. Like, come on, people.
18 and about 122
Didn't he
pounds
go to like
soaking wet.
prom last year or some
he
stuff?
he went to the prom and then played the next day.
Yeah.
And then Curtin was like, yeah, he didn't play all that good either. Yeah. I'm like, Jim, would you? Yeah. And he's like, yeah. But, and then he graduated and on the field. He graduated like on the field.
Yeah.
No, there's so much to be hopeful for with those two. That's for sure. And I really do believe that Brendan Aronson, if he's able to keep his mind right, and that's what it comes down to at those young age, you know, who knows? I mean, he might be like, you know what, I'm sick of it.
Oh,
I don't want to be bothered anymore. You know, we don't know what we're talking about. But if he continues on the path that he's on, you know, 5 years from now, he could be a leader on the U.S. men's national team.
Oh, no, he's at
in Europe.
Southampton by then too, right?
Yeah.
Like he's
You know,
I mean, like he's already
I'm
in.
so
yeah.
uncomfortable with that conversation because I don't want to lose these guys.
Yeah.
Like,
But
I hate that conversation.
That conversation sucks, but I feel like at the same time, that is a conversation, especially with A, MLS, and B, the union.
But we
you
know we
gotta
don't
have.
win. We don't win
gotta
if we
have-
lose players like that.
No.
We don't win.
No, we don't. But that's the model, you know, because like you saw it with Red Bull when they were just like, all right, we got 4 of these guys who are Europe qualifying, and like they almost got Aaron Long out of there, and that fell apart this last second. But like you have Tyler Adams was out, all these guys were out, and it was just like, yeah, they churned it out, but the money they brought in, like the money that Caps got for Alphonso Davies, that's program changing money for
I love
one
it.
dude.
I love it. Like, I just want to say this. So, you know me, I keep it basic. Like, imagine that we're talking about the Phillies here, where you have, you know, Aaron Nola. You're building him up to get Aaron Nola going. And all of a sudden, he gets to that, well, 2 years ago, he was like that ace.
Yeah.
This last year was like probably a 2 or 3. But still, you get to that dominant starter that you can count on to take the mound every 5 days. And then all of a sudden, it's like, nope, we're selling you off. Like, I hate that. I can't, I understand it.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
But I hate it.
Let me counter that with 2 names. Dom Brown. Wish they sold his ass early.
Very true.
And 2, the only reason I felt the same as you, I didn't like that conversation of selling a player that we're developing. But with Ernst Tanner,
That could make a difference.
I think he's going to get the most money and then use that money and get 3 other guys. And by the way, for Aronson, I really don't want to see the kid go because he's a great kid.
Yeah.
But his little brother is going to be 17 next year. We got a replacement.
And here's-
and
here's the thing.
He's 17. We don't know what's going to happen.
For the sake of the country.
Come to the Academy Day and you'll see.
No, but like for the sake of the country, you're like, yeah, I kind of want you to go to Europe. Like I want, like if you believe Brendan Aaronson's going to be this guy, you're like, I kind of want you to go someplace else. And
It's all fair.
And at its core is like the reason why we have such a difficulty with this, where you don't see this with other leagues, is we're not the pinnacle league in soccer. Where every other sport we care about, America's pretty much the pinnacle league. So we can't fathom people wanting to be like, what do you mean? You're already at the show. But if like we were in Japan, like, yeah, we would expect half of our great baseball players to be like,
Fair.
okay, I'm gonna go
point.
now. I'm gonna go
Good
to
point.
play for the Dodgers now. Bye. And it's
I also
like,
think if someone like Aronson or McKenzie is playing for Southampton or in the Bundesliga, you're like, damn, that's our kid. You'd be like,
like our kid
I'm
from
gonna
our
be
neighborhoods too.
I'm going to be a fan of that team right now. I don't have a Bundesliga team.
Who's
But-
that kid? Was it Rania today who scored for
Oh.
Dortmund?
Oh, my
Just put that thing on a
goodness.
dime, and I'm just like,
Are you kidding me?
What the Americans are going over to Germany and you're just like, yeah, no, we can actually do this here too. What do you mean? It's
17
crazy.
years old, and that I hate saying it, but it was very FIFA-like.
Oh, yeah.
It was.
I mean,
no,
it was like
it-
1 miss, 2 miss, and then let me hit the curve and whoop, right into the corner of the goal. Oh my God!
and I was go back to what you were saying with the whole FIFA thing. Like, yeah, I think that's like what 60% of how most of these people in America got into.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I got into soccer because I was in a Kmart in Delaware once during the '98 final. So I saw France beat Brazil, and I was like, that seems like a really big spectacle I just watched on TV. I want to watch something like that again.
I played it growing up. I loved soccer. I was a goalie growing up. I love playing goalie. And then, like, for some odd reason, I turned into a soccer hater. Like, I don't know what it was. I used to be the guy that
Was
be
it
like,
girls?
ah, I play football. I used to be that guy. And then, like, what? Like, are you kidding me? Soccer, to me, honestly, man, I promise you this. Like, I am more. Like, my wife said something to me the other day because I had to list something like my things that I liked. And then she's like, how do you not put soccer at the top? I'm like, yeah, it's a good point. Like, I love football. I love NFL. I work a lot around it, but to me, there's nothing better than soccer.
And for a live event, there's nothing better than watching that live and seeing it unfold in front of you, not judging what the TV cameras are doing. That you're there live and you're like, this is that's why it's called the beautiful sport.
Yeah.
You know?
And it goes from the Premier League, which I love, but
I love it.
The MLS, like, to steal a line from Kevin Kincaid, it's our league. Like, we like, you got to support it. It's USA, man. It's red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
This is our league. Damn it! Don't talk smack about it. Can I curse?
Oh.
Don't talk shit about it. This is our league. Damn it!
Wow.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Not to digress too hard, but I remember Brace came to do a tailgate at the Sons of Ben maybe 2 seasons ago.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe a season ago, or maybe 2 seasons ago. But I remember he was just like, he was playing, he was spinning, and he was playing like the edited version of so many of these songs. And I like walk up to Brace and I'm just like, you know you can play the cursing.
Wait.
And he's just like, no, I didn't want to go over the top with it. And like I look over to Matt, and Matt's just like, no, you can play the hard shit. Like none of us were like you can go in. Like,
Hang on.
My 75-year-old father's like, play the fucking real song.
Play that fucking music, white boy. What are we doing here?
But I think there was a nun in attendance, right?
Yo, Sister Catherine would have been about that shit.
Go.
She would have been about that
She's
life.
about that shit.
You act like Sister
She
Catherine
about that
got
life?
Thug Life right across the dress.
Sister Sandra curses me. Yo, where's my fucking check?
Where's your
Oh, don't worry about her.
She ain't wearing the rosaries under the jersey. Come on now.
Yeah, that's Jeff Mitchell.
Come on now. That's all. If he curses during the games, we're good to go, man. That's our barometer.
All right, we got
This is too fun. This is
one
too much
last
fun.
thing of Union news.
Oh God.
One last thing.
Go for it.
And it's only because this is producer Devin's favorite subject ever.
I threw out the script.
Gritty
a while
got
ago.
cleared. So now he thinks that Fang doesn't have to assault children. I say that's false.
I think
Fang needs to do something. I think this Friday night at Fear Factor, whatever they're
Why
calling
did Devin
that,
get soft? What happened? Katie got to him? Was what happened there?
Yeah, one day of Katie Fellinger being all nice and positive, and now he's like,
I
give Peace a chance.
I had Fang drop kicking 7-year-olds into the Delaware.
we had him
Is that not what we're doing?
Tanya Harding kids in the line, and then
No,
taking
yeah,
the
no.
spot.
I mean, I'm just saying,
He needs
like,
street cred.
just a couple chokeouts, not that many, just like a gentle chokeout from the Fang.
Make ESPN news. You don't have to make the real ESPN.
Throw a cake at a person.
Something.
Steve Aoki it. Come on, man. Let's put a little pizzazz.
They got some creative people up there. They could probably work something. But I
Pour
will tell
a
ya,
beer from like a section up. You know.
at the
something like that.
EMLS gig I did at Union Transfer a couple weeks
Yeah.
ago, Fang was a stud.
Fang's a crowd
He
favorite.
stole the show, man. Like he was.
Wait, he was better at his job than Jay?
Honestly, we could have
Wow.
put.
Wow.
Sorry, Jay.
So wait. So
And
like,
they scored
I'm
again
sorry.
on J&J. Jesus.
legitimately, no one stopped scoring on JHI since the event. I don't know
Poor
what to tell
J&J,
you.
man.
Every 20, like he wakes up.
He wanted right
You
out.
know he wakes up thinking about that some nights where he just like.
Did you hear who our next week's guest is?
Oh God.
Jay-
Ain't gonna be
Jay.
Jay.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't gonna be him.
Emmanuel Six. No,
The kid that beat Jay is coming on.
legitimately, like when you are a professional athlete like that, I just like your ego. You accept like you're doing that. You're like, this is for kids. This is like, I'm doing this for charity. But like, what point are you when you're losing to like a 17-year-old, like 7-0? You just got to look at them and be like, what did I do this for?
He scored like some goals the day before, but then once
Yeah.
he went live, he didn't get anything
Well,
off.
I mean, like these kids, like I was watching the event, and I mean, I've watched a couple of the live streams, especially when Dual.
I love
Source
the
and everything.
EMLS. I do.
It is a really cool event, and what they do is the way that they broadcast it to me is quite impressive. 'Cause
Yes.
it's like you see,
They treat it like it's a real
like
damn
they're
deal.
out there. This is
Yes.
not some ESPN Plus shit. Like
That
they're
girl-
on Twitch and they're about
That
it.
girl with the short hair.
Yes.
I forget her name.
Her commentary is exquisite.
She's
on the
money.
game.
Yeah.
It's a really fun watch. It's like I'm a casual Twitch guy. I'll watch something on my I'll put something in the background while I'm actually playing a game myself or something.
Nice.
But like watching the EMLS event was a treat. But at the same time, I'm looking at this and I'm just like, yeah. So the union got to sign a guy who's actually like good at this. So that
Well, they
like,
did last year. He was really
Oh,
good.
yeah.
We just didn't offer him college money. That's all.
Yeah, but I will tell you this much over at on the Gambler, Fox Sports Radio Gambler. Please check us out, especially if you're in the esports. We do have some things moving with the Fusion League and then the EMLS, trying to work some
A little Overwatch for the kids. I'm here for
trying
that.
to work some magic and
Yeah.
hey man, you're building a fortress down there at the Wells Fargo. Like
That thing is impressive.
that thing is huge.
That thing is
There's going to be over 120 events per year, if not more.
Well, you're creating a center
Yes.
for esports in like North America, and it's going to be in
Correct.
Philadelphia. That's crazy.
So that's why I was like, look, I want in. I'm impressed. I love it, and the EMLS really has my attention because of FIFA, obviously, and it was so cool. They're like, hey, could you play some tunes for us? And I'm like, do you know half the songs I play are from the FIFA soundtrack? Like, I fit
Made your
perfect.
life easier,
Like,
yeah.
I'm in. Let's go.
1/5 of every person's
Yeah.
iPod.
Yeah.
Speaking of songs,
Yes, music.
You're the jerk of the week. You're a jerk and it's your week. You really outdid yourself like a crazy super jerk. You're probably a big jerk every week, but this week you're the jerk of the week. Oh yeah, you're the jerk of the week. I'm looking at you, buddy.
All right. I'm not going to say that was a banger. It's a little bit of a banger.
well, I don't know if you noticed what that was, though.
What was that?
That is the new theme song for Ass Hat of the Week.
So that wasn't just in my head.
That wasn't just in your head.
Okay, good.
That wasn't
good.
your ringtone.
I was kind of concerned, but grooving at the same time.
That wasn't your girlfriend calling you.
No, her
Because if you had that
ringtone's
as
a
the
lot more.
ringtone,
Yeah.
would not be good.
It's what is the noise that they did for like Psycho when she's getting stabbed?
Scream.
Yes. No.
Oh.
It's the reek. Yeah,
Oh,
that's the.
yeah.
It's not the Darth Vader theme.
No, that's for my mom.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, Mom. So that song is going to introduce our weekly segment of Ass Hat of the Week.
Wow.
But the weird thing is, we got permission for a song finally,
Yes.
but everybody on Union Twitter was well behaved. Nobody was an ass hat.
I don't believe you.
It is shocking. It must have been people who were confused about the Super Bowl. They got distracted by Sean's Pitbull commercial.
Super
But
Bowl
whatever
will
it
do that.
was,
Or drunk on Mongolia
drunk-
vodka. Yeah.
Genghis Khan vodka got them.
Dale.
So, Dale.
Dale.
So we don't really have an ass out of the week because you guys were well behaved. Thank you, Union Twitter.
So
Nice.
wait. So you mean to tell me you guys don't have an ass hat of the week?
We lack.
We lack an ass hat.
of
Does
the
that
week.
mean I can name an ass hat of the week?
Did you bring one with you?
I'm sure I could come off on the top of the head. I talk Philadelphia sports, day by day here.
I mean, I'm usually the one who divulges, but go for it.
All right, let me think. You know what?
What you got for me?
All right, I ranted about this today, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but I'm kind of upset that on game days somebody's lounging poolside with the damn Jenner / Kardashian on the game day. Like, am I allowed to yell about that? Can I? The ass hat of the week? Oh, screw
What
it.
was
I'm
Claude
here.
Giroux doing?
No,
now?
screw it. I'm here. I parked. I'm here.
I parked.
Let me tell you something. The ass hat of the week is Ben Simmons. It's got to be. Ben Simmons from the Philadelphia 76ers, who went to the Super Bowl,
You did.
had a good old time. Hey,
Yeah.
God bless you. But on the day of the game versus the Miami Heat, a game that they lost 137-106, Adam Booth. Do you know that? 137-106. He was lounging poolside. Poolside.
Yes.
I have a huge problem with that. Do
Yes.
you?
I have a decent sized problem with that because I believe at least look here's I got a two-parter here.
It's a combination of
It's a
everything.
two-parter here.
Problem.
I got a problem. I also understand it. like I got a problem in the sense like no, don't do that.
You're not mad. You're jealous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like being like core. Yes. Because here's the thing.
But
Here's
how
the
does
thing.
he lay poolside with a Jenner
Without
and
two
then-
chairs?
and-
I know
and
that's
then-
a question.
And then he goes, "We played soft."
Correct.
Jenner and soft should not go hand in hand.
Correct.
I mean, Avi. But no, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I know I'm a Sixers season ticket holder, and there's some days where I just know we're probably going to lose. I just don't even watch the games. So like, I did not watch a good chunk of that game, but like I turned it on the third quarter when it really went nuclear.
Bet the hell out of the Miami Heat.
You were. I mean, it's a smart, but like that.
You know who showed up?
But
Jimmy showed
so
up.
here's the thing. All right, the Miami thing, and this is going to be very interesting when MLS gets down there because I want to see if they take a Miami hit as well because we got a lot of teams like some random places in America where they would love.
Not
to
the
just
first
be in
2
Miami.
years because they're going to be in Lauderdale.
No, man,
when they're finally in Miami.
Not their official
You want-
stadium. Their
you-
official stadium isn't going to be ready.
No.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No.
But Nashville is a block from Broadway.
Okay.
I think Nashville's going to be, you're going to get that Miami effect where these guys that are 18, 19, 21, 22 are going to be partying hard in Nashville. And Nashville's going to have a good home record, even though I think their team sucks.
Nashville, I thought was just for bachelorette parties. I didn't know this was like an actual
Smashville.
This is a real
Smashville.
Because I was just gonna say like they're the microcosm of the Sixers having to play in Miami the day after the Super Bowl, and then it's just like the regular Miami bump in February would be enough for me to be like, yeah, they're probably gonna lose this basketball game. But then also the Super Bowl is the day before, so it's like, can you imagine the clubs that night? Like, can you imagine Live? Can you imagine Space?
I don't make enough money.
No, that's what I'm saying. But it's just
to
like
imagine that.
It is like I can't imagine
John
any
Belaris
basketball.
can't imagine it either.
Look, there's no the Jordan's Bulls would have lost the 94, that 72 win Bulls. That was one of their 10 losses.
But here's
the day after the Super Bowl in Miami.
Two part. The first thing is this: Jordan would never have been photographed. Excuse me.
Oh my God! I wish they had camera phones back then.
Well,
like that.
you're
That would
right.
have been a funny game.
Two
Derek
is
Jeter, that stuff.
Oh my God! Dennis Rodman's entire life would have been so fun on Twitter.
I'm the special guest here. He's the ass hat of the week.
Oh, he
It's
totally
official.
He
is.
is.
Put it
Without
in.
a doubt.
Put it in.
No, without a doubt.
Do we have any questions?
Oh, we got listener questions.
Oh boy.
Got a
Oh
couple
boy.
here.
That's a terrible idea.
Here's our listener questions song here.
I like it.
So this one comes from Instagram from Lim Perry.
Limp
Says,
Yes.
the best game you have ever been to. And I'm going to take one union answer and then one non-union answer.
All right, Maddie.
Union Red Bull. Open Cup. Penalty kicks.
Oh,
Was that the away game?
yes.
Away game.
Yeah.
Lord Helmet.
Yeah.
Blocks that. That is my favorite.
Lord Helmet.
Union
Wow.
game, who is now in Miami.
He's in Miami, so he's back in MLS.
He's in Miami?
Yeah,
He's in Miami.
He was with the Rowdies, right?
Yeah, he was in Tampa
was in
Bay.
the
He got
Rowdies.
picked up by Miami.
Picked up
He's-
by
Oh,
Miami.
I'm not sure
that's
if he's
great
the
to
starter
see,
or the
man.
backup. He
He's
might
a
be like
backup.
Yeah, I think they've already
backup
established him.
support.
He's back in MLS.
Since we're
though.
talking about Miami, I just want to say Alyssa Gentile, man. This girl was incredible. You know Alyssa, right, from the Union?
Shout out to Alyssa. Shout out to AG.
Dude, you kidding me?
Shout out to
Cheers,
AG.
yes.
We got marketing allocation money for that. It's called MAM.
Ma'am. We got ma'am after Tam and Gam.
That's great.
We got some ma'am.
Well, she was phenomenal at her job, and she's going down there. And Beckham got himself a damn good hire.
Yeah, and she's gotta now smell him. He's gotta be like what, just covered in Axe body spray.
No, Dakar Noir.
Dakar Noir?
Dakar
Yeah, he's just
Noir.
gotta-
What do you mean?
he's
What
just
do you-
gotta
I don't
reek
think
like
he
a
wears
London
anything.
nightclub.
I think he's
First
just
off-
El Natural.
First off, you know he has his own fragrances.
No, I don't know that.
Come on. Now.
he's got his own
Come
cologne.
on now.
Bex,
Yeah,
Bex does.
Bex has his own cologne, and I also saw that CR7 now has his own underwear. So that's what we're doing now.
Wow.
Yeah,
All right,
he has
favorite
his own
game,
tidies.
union game.
Favorite.
Gotta keep him
union
on track
game.
here.
No, you can't. My ADD goes overdrive. Favorite union game, I say. You know, I honestly want to say the Atlanta game this year was my favorite union game, and I know that's like it's fresh, so you don't want to be prisoner of the moment. But I just the stakes and like the fact that we were really getting momentum going, not only just as a team, but fan base was really getting into it, like the city was getting into it. I thought that game really cemented what will hold the future for the Union was that game in particular. I thought that was really big.
I love anytime Brad Guzan falls on his ass.
Right, yeah.
I'm there.
And like, all right, so I was at the 4th and 26.
Well, it's a soccer podcast.
I know.
Sean's gonna hit it.
No, you said I did. There was a union and a non-union. So I was like, yeah. So like I was at the 4th and 26. I think that was up there. You know, I mean that feels like the default. I was at. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the 4th and 26 was probably
Okay.
my favorite. I mean, I've done a lot of St. Joe's games, which that means a lot to me, but probably to no one else. So, but yeah, that would be it for me.
4th and 26 game, I was on South Street. I forget the name of the place, but I was visiting my friend. I was living in North Carolina at the time.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Something of like Bahama Mama or Cheap something.
Tattooed Mom?
No.
Fat Tuesdays?
No.
Oh, please
right across
forget.
the street from Fat Tuesday.
Oh, I
The
know.
Woolly Mammoth?
Woolly Mammoth! Big Woolly Mammoth! That's where I was. Yes! Shout
Wow.
out. Good job by you.
Smells
you
like
drunk.
bleach and
Yes.
and throw up.
I
It's a
was
great
there
place.
for 4th and 26.
Okay.
And I walked out of the building going, just let everyone know, Carolina Panthers are pretty good. That's what I said.
Oh my God.
Because I was living in North Carolina at the time.
Jake Delhomme, man.
Yeah, I was
Daylight
living there.
coming. I want to go home.
There it is. All right, so my favorite Union game, and I'm not a prisoner of the moment. It's just the God's honest truth. The way it started, the way it finished. I actually watched that game. Let me pat myself on the back. Big shot, Josh Richardson. He's a really cool dude, man.
He's real down to earth. I like him a lot.
Soccer fan.
We got him on the Capo stand for a
Did
couple
ya?
of minutes. Yeah, him, Real Nito, and I think it was AJ Aguilar-Whiteside.
Okay.
They were all there as like a group, and I got Josh waving the flag like he was in it.
Yes,
He was in it.
Yo, he rocked the Juventus jersey rolling in. He's a diehard soccer fan,
Yeah.
and even MLS because he was asking places to watch the Union versus
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
I hit him up. I'm like, yo, come over to my house.
Not to talk
sound
shop.
weird.
Not to talk shop, but yeah, we need to talk to Josh more.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
please,
Yeah,
please.
definitely.
He's definitely
He's
a part
in.
of this.
He's in. And if Ben Simmons continues to lounge poolside, they probably will be one and done. What?
Yeah,
Sorry.
what?
Anyways,
We'll beat the Celtics.
yeah.
After that, I don't know.
But anyways, my favorite game is the Red Bull, and that playoff game was just incredible. There was so much emotion going into it. The way it started, it just felt like, oh man, are you kidding me? Like this is how it's going to go down. But you still, I still believed. I think everyone did. The River End was rocking. And they had a good crowd. They had a great crowd. That plays into it. And the fact that they come back and the weather is nasty. And it's just like, are you kidding me? Like, we did it. It's our first home playoff. Well, not our first home playoff game, but, first home playoff game in a long time. And they got it done. And everybody was doubting it. My phone was filled up with text messages like, oh, see, Union, do it again. And they come back to win that game. And the goals that were scored, I'll never forget Fafa's header. Never. I still can't believe how high he got.
And Fabian's goal was
No doubt. And Fabian was a great goal, but Fafa is a damn trooper, and I wish him nothing but the best. I love that dude.
Yeah.
I do. I love that guy.
He put in a shift, and I kept thinking after the end of that game, I was like, Red Bull doesn't consider us a rival, but we keep snatching their soul, like in games like that. We just keep like that. Earlier in that year, we did the El Seno game I had against them. We've done like a couple of games where I was just like, yeah, Red Bull, you might not like view us as a rival, but like we've been getting at you.
let me give you a little hot take. They're not our rival.
No.
Rivals got to actually beat us. So fuck
Hey,
them. They're not our
That is
rival.
a
Hey,
fire.
BC. Hey,
Yeah.
NYUFU. We're looking at you guys.
I-
hey, you know who I think our rival is? Atlanta.
Wow.
might be our
Atlanta's
rival.
who I
we do
focus
play
my
them tough.
hatred on.
We play them tough.
That's who I don't.
There's
I could
just
care less
so
about
many
Red Bull.
teams. Like I can't really. Like I want to hate. The one team I want to hate is not the Red Bull. It's NYC. Like I
They're
hate
so
them.
easy to hate.
I
though.
hate
There's
them.
so many levels about hating
I
NYCFC
just-
that
hate
works.
NYCFC. DC, I'm like, screw you. The Red Bull, like, they bother me. Don't get me wrong. And I went down to the draft a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we almost fought their fans at the freaking MLS draft. Excuse me, at the fucking MLS draft, all right? And, like, it was so sad.
We
like,
have-
Like, get the fuck away from me, you
We
loser.
have yearly supporter conferences, and the NYUFU guys, great guys. You'd want to have a beer with them.
Really?
DC guys, great guys. You'd want to have a beer with
Really?
them. One Red Bull group, great couple guys. There's another group,
I know what group you're talking about. The
douche
Yeah.
city.
Yeah.
The whole time you're like, this is the first year I can actually have a conversation with a couple of guys. Be like, I really don't want to just pound your face in the ground.
Yeah.
So, and that's inherent with them. That is just
They got- no,
like
like-
they would come up all the time and go, "Hey, did you guys have problems in Atlanta? Because we got jumped in the subway. Did you guys have problems in Montreal? We got jumped in the subway. Did you guys have problems? We don't have a subway in Philadelphia. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, but we're like, we think it might be you.
It's probably you. Look yourself in the mirror,
yeah,
there, Chief.
So that's it's very true. Where I think I hate some of the supporters more than the teams.
Yeah.
But I think I look
No,
at
that-
Atlanta.
no, I-
Atlanta's my rival
No,
right now. Like
see,
that's who we have to
There's
beat.
so many reasons to hate NYC.
Well, the whole
Yeah.
stadium.
That
thing.
stadium's bullshit. That's fucking
Do you
nonsense.
know we got the City Field game this year?
It's bullshit.
So like the Union we're going to Queens.
Can you imagine being a fan of that squad?
going to Queens.
Can you imagine being a fan
Yeah.
of that squad where you ripped it up all season? Now all of a
yeah.
sudden you got to play a playoff game at City Field,
Yeah.
which they lost.
Yeah.
Like that's
As a
bullshit.
1 seed.
That's bullshit.
As a one
and
seed.
that's an ownership group that's got nothing but money, and they can't get a stadium.
Because they are in the worst city in the world
You
to
can't-
acquire
yeah, it's
real
like,
estate.
where are you going to build a freaking soccer stadium?
Listen,
You
they
can't
do
do
a
a
Middle
thing.
Eastern country. They can
Look,
carve
man,
out a piece of something.
Qatar is only
They could
the
probably
si-
knock down Trump Tower if they want.
Put it on the
Qatar is
Hudson.
only
Put it on the
size-
Hudson.
Yeah. No, put it on the like literally on Governor's Island. No, but like Qatar is only the size of Connecticut, so
Well,
they don't know land.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, exactly. The NFL draft is like on the Bellagio fountains.
They have
Oh, I
boats.
saw.
So can't you just build a stadium on the Hudson? Let's
Why
go.
not? Yeah.
Sully flies over
Oh
right in the
my
beginning. Come on, let's go. We're already doing shit for you.
What, didn't
That's the player
Seattle?
introduction. They come into Sully's plane.
You're gonna bring back the Kingdom from Seattle? Is that what we're doing now? We're gonna.
We got any more
No,
questions?
you know what? I wanted to answer this though.
Oh, yeah.
My final sporting event, soccer, non-sport. I was able to catch Messi, Neymar, and Suarez versus Man U, Barcelona versus Man U at FedEx Field. It was a dump a couple years ago.
is a dump.
But it was the
It's a
first
great-
half. It was
yeah.
the summer tour. And I mean, it was so cool to see the pregame warm-ups and then to see those three out there. Barcelona, obviously, from front to back. And then Man U was repped by Pogba, Lukaku, De Gea at the net. I mean, it was just like, wow, like this is unbelievable. So that was really cool to be at. I mean, it wasn't the greatest. I think Barcelona scored 2 goals in the first half, but it was just so cool to see. And
Yeah, it's preseason for them, but you're still like, wow,
Oh,
you're seeing those guys up close and personal.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yep.
We got one more question.
All right, we got one more question.
Who's this from?
This one's from Eric through email. Beautiful email, by the way. Greatly written here.
What is the email? Oh, I thought his address was beautiful.
Yeah, it's like
So-
the calligraphy in this email is fantastic.
This one is
Eric
is
1122958
Great font choice on your email,
yeah,
buddy.
beautiful.
Is that
Hi,
Ariel?
So this one goes straight to Sean here, and he gives some stats here. So
Hi.
be careful.
Ooh.
All right, the podcast industry is still in its infancy, but ad revenue is expected to grow to 1 billion by 2020.
Not this pod.
2021, I'm sorry.
1
Yeah,
billion
not
in
this-
Gotta
beer
get a piece
sales.
of that, baby.
Right? What?
Do you think the booming podcast space hurts traditional sports radio, or can it be used as a tool to help it?
Oh, well, absolutely a tool to help it, but hurt it? I hope it does. I hope it hurts the traditional, because the traditional is trash.
I hope it hurts 6'10", 94,
There you go.
Gargano, and all the other dipshits out there that will not talk about anything but Eagles.
Let me tell you about
Eagles.
Carson Wentz.
Let me tell you,
How did he get hurt?
Carson Wentz was in
I
a
mean-
4x4 today.
Back in my day,
July.
I could take a helmet to the back of my head and I'd get back in. You
I
know.
mean, here I'll even take it like the step of now that they're because like the Sixers are having their moments. Now they're even talking about them, and I'm like, well, the Flyers have won like 4 straight. Like, what
Yeah,
are
they're in
are we-
wild card right now. as we
Right,
speak.
exactly, and like, they're a point, 2 points behind being in like a secure spot. So I'm just like, we're just gonna, like the problem that. And like I remember I interned at one of the stations, and the problem that I felt
Who was your boss?
it was actually Bracey over here. He was
I
one
was
of
not
yeah,
his boss.
he was one of the many people working at the said station. But it was like when we were there, it was just you would be literally screening calls where people would be like, "Hey, I kind of want to talk about this," and be like, "Yeah, but Eagles."
Yeah.
Can you talk Eagle? And I'm just like, it felt almost at one point disingenuous to me because you were getting enough calls in one direction where you could be like, no, we can actually like authentically change the topic. Like,
Fair
there's
point.
enough people here that
Oh, yeah.
want to talk about something else, and it was just like, but ad revenue from Tasty Cake says blank, and I'm just like, okay, well, here we are.
And I mean, I know Eric wants Sean to finish the question, but I think one of the reasons there's 9,000 pods about the union is because Philadelphia Sports Talk won't talk about the union.
Love it.
But people want to hear about
Don't
it.
stop.
So I think to his point, and I mean, you're going to probably shed more light on it because this is your world. I think it's going to hurt Sports Talk Radio just because they're on this same format, beating the same dead horse over and over
Well,
again.
you know what it comes down to. It comes down to revenue.
Right.
So, and
Well,
that's
$1 billion, we're taking a piece of that.
Well, yeah, but as far as those two mainstay sports
exactly.
talk radios, they're not going anywhere, and that's fine. But here comes a place like Fox Sports Radio to Gambler, and I'm at the helm of it. And the first thing I said is like, okay, number one, I want to be different. So how can we be different? Let's focus on sports gambling. Okay, number two, I said, how do we get the union involved? Like, I'm passionate about the union. I know about the union. I do stuff. I'm very, very, like, fortunate to do stuff for the team at times. Like, please, how can we get the Philadelphia Union involved? And immediately we got some, we'll see. Hopefully things are falling into way, and hopefully we're able to break some news coming up soon. But, fingers crossed. We'll see how that plays out. But bottom line is how can you be different? And it's not hard because WIP and the Fanatic are the same. They're the same. Okay. That's it. And they rotate hosts. Like, one gets fired, they get hired. One gets fired, they get hired. Like, there's nothing different over there. 610-632-0975. Carson Wentz, your thoughts. Go. Donovan McNabb, is he a Hall of Famer? Go. It's bullshit. It's
top of the hour. We're going to talk about a wing eating
It's
contest.
rock. It's rock. Hey, don't make fun of wings because I love that.
Wing Bowl
All
is
right.
fantastic.
It used to be.
Yeah,
Well, Risque rolled out the wing pole.
The wing pole.
And I love it. But, it's Rockhead Radio where I think what we're trying to do over at The Gambler, and please give us an opportunity, and all you got to do, we're free to find at iHeartRadio app. Download it. Nice and easy. We're on the AM and FM, or you can stream us at foxphlgambler.com, foxphlgambler.com. Thank you for the plugs, boys.
Play it all day.
Yeah, I mean, like, we're trying to do something different, and soccer is at the forefront of like the things that I'm trying to bring. Because let me tell you, man, in March, I think the Premier League is coming to Philadelphia. I want to say.
Do you want the real date? This is just a rumor.
Bring it.
April 4th.
April 4th.
Man
that's
City,
a really hard
Liverpool.
rumor.
Wow.
That's
That's
where they
a
want.
that's a really elaborate. Like, that's a really on brand rumor.
Where at? Where at?
Not sure yet.
Art Museum steps.
That's what I'm hoping.
They're going to do it.
Just because I live near there.
Nice.
I don't want to pay for parking.
Hey, man.
It's gonna be an Independence Hall on principle.
The rumor,
glad I brought
the
that
latest
up.
rumor is, and we're working on our end on
Hell
people we
yeah.
know, but
Well, can
April
you involve
4th,
the Gambler?
Hell yeah!
Yes, let's
and
go.
And we're gonna kidnap some of the hosts and bring them on the pod a
Is-
couple days afterwards.
Rebecca Lowe.
You got a relationship with them boys. That's
Some
right.
of those guys, yeah. So we're talking and we're gonna.
We are
see, but
literally
yeah.
burying the lead. Rebecca Lowe.
I love Rebecca Lowe.
Are we getting some? Okay, that's all.
I
I'm gonna do here.
love
Men in
Rebecca
Blazers is
Lowe.
also cool. That's fun. I like those guys too. I'm just saying.
You don't want a Robbie? You
Either
want
one.
or two Robbies?
We can
Yeah.
coin flip. I'll rock paper scissors for a Robbie. That's
We
fine.
have
I don't got a problem
gotten
with
so
that.
off track.
Our cup runneth over.
I love it.
Oh God! Well, anybody, thank you for listening to this train wreck.
Oh my God.
Woo!
Sean Brace, thank you for coming into the Secret Center City Studios.
Oh, man, nothing better, man. I
Don't
appreciate
tell
it.
anyone where you're at because it's a secret.
This is super convenient because I got to go to my meter in like 10
Wait, but
minutes.
could I just plug
Adam's-
this?
oh,
Can
yeah,
I just
plug
say this
away,
real quick?
plug away.
No, it's not a plug,
Oh.
but Kate Abdo, she's
Yeah.
pretty good as well.
Yeah.
If we're kidnapping female commentators,
Well, yeah, we're gonna. I mean, I'm here for.
We're grabbing whoever's near the trunk.
Yeah.
We're not that picky.
Do you not
We don't
understand
have
how
$1
this
billion in ad revenue yet.
I love Kate, and you're exactly. Rebecca Lowe is amazing. I think those guys do a bang-up job. It's what it's all about.
I think it's going to be a huge party, even its Premier League. I think.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be great for us.
Is that your mom?
And
Your
that was-
mom,
No.
your mom is Darth Vader.
No, that was.
It came up earlier in
is
the
your meter up?
podcast.
No, yeah, my meter is on me up. That was. I'm so sorry. Can we redo
Well,
that?
now
I'm so
this is-
sorry.
Oh.
Redo that. Redo
What do you
that.
got to read?
I think it was perfect.
You want to keep that?
Redo shit.
All right, we'll keep
Yeah.
that. We'll keep that. Yeah,
Well,
no,
anyhow.
it's Game of. My mom's ringtone is actually Game of Thrones. Yeah, that's what.
Just
that
going to
was.
say, Adam, thanks for
Yeah.
being here tonight. We know you got to get your car out of the parking meter.
No, man, that is as embarrassing as unprofessional as it gets, but I'm here for it. So
Yeah, we're
what are
not
we
an
gonna
X's
do?
and O's podcast.
We're-
We're not that professional.
No, we're not. But
But-
you know, are we gonna get sued by George R. R. Martin? Is my like concern about that.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. See you next week.
Bye, y'all. Have a good one.
Go Union.
Doop.